So hello everyone, and I welcome you all once again to the today's session of design of gantry girder. So we were discussing about the load consideration in design of gantry girder. Okay. So in the last session, I just revised the things what I discussed in the last session. Okay. So I told you, so generally the gantry girder is provided in the industrial structures to transfer the heavy loads, material or equipment from one place to another place by moving the cranes over the gantry girder. And the load will be supported through hook or crab, which will be loaded over trolley, and that trolley will be moving over crane girder. So what you can see here, this is a trolley. This is a trolley supported over the cranes, the crane girder, and this trolley will be movable like this. The trolley will be movable. So whatever the load carried by the trolley with respect to the capacity of the crane, it has to transfer through the wheels of the trolley. So what you can see, the wheels here, it should be transferred over the cranes through these wheels, and in turn automatically the load transfer over this crane girder, it will transfer to gantry girder. So these are the gantry girder, and again with respect to the 4 number of wheels. So I told you one crane will be having 2 wheels. So when we use 2 cranes, generally it will be having 2 crane girders. So 2 crane girders means 4 number of wheels. Okay. So the load will be transferred to 4 number of wheels. So this is the basic ideology of the gantry girder, how the load transfer through the trolley through the crane girder, and from crane girder to the gantry girder. Okay. So the same, according to given data, we have considered and we have transferred the load over the gantry girder. So I'll just revise those part also. Okay. So here we have the load consideration. So as I told you, first we have to consider the vertical load. Okay. So the maximum static wheel load due to self-weight of the crane girder. So the maximum static wheel load due to self-weight of the crane girder. So it will be self-weight of the crane girder divided by 4 number of wheels. Why it should be 4 number of wheels? Okay. Let us come back here. So here we have the 2 crane girders. So one crane girder 2 wheels, so automatically 4 wheels. So the static wheel load of the self-weight of the crane girder due to, so whatever will be the weight of the crane girder, it has to transfer over the gantry girder through wheels. So 1, 2, 3, 4 wheels. So self-weight of the crane girder divided by 4 number of wheels. So it is given in the problem, the self-weight of the crane girder is 250 divided by 4 number of wheels. So the self-weight of the crane girder transferred through single wheel is 62.5 kilonewton. Okay. Then after that we have, yes, then next is the maximum static wheel load. So after the crane load, we have to consider the wheel load due to crane capacity. First of all, with respect to self-weight, then we have to consider its capacity. How much load carried by the crane or the trolley. Okay. Crane capacity and self-weight of the trolley. So we have to consider the crane capacity plus self-weight, means the crane has to transfer some load and the capacity of that crane is 200 kilonewton. So the capacity, so it can pick or it can transfer a load up to 200 kilonewton, correct? So that's why it is given. The maximum load transfer to the gantry girder is obtained when the trolley on the girder approaches the gantry girder. So as I told you, the crane capacity is 200 kilonewton and the self weight of the trolley is 40. So total load is 240 travel over the trolley. The trolley will carry a load of, the maximum load carrying capacity is 200 plus the self weight of the trolley is 40. So 240 kilonewton. And the reaction over the gantry girder or the load concentrated over the gantry girder is maximum when it will be maximum? It will be maximum when the trolley reaches the minimum approach. When the trolley, now the trolley is moving like this. Now here the position of trolley is here. Suppose the trolley is in the center, so that time what will happen? The load will be 50% on A and 50% on B. Correct? When the trolley moves here towards A, what will happen? The load concentration towards A. The load concentration towards A will increase and towards B it will decrease because the trolley is moving towards A. The trolley is moving towards A. Correct? So what will happen? The load will increase at A. Suppose if it moves towards B, if the trolley is moved towards B, so what will happen that time? What will happen that time? The load over B will increase, correct? And the load over A will decrease, correct? So therefore, to find out what is the load over A or what is the load over B, what you have to do? You have to consider what? The taking moment about B. So that's why summation of B is equal to 0. So we have to find out what is the reaction over A because of the capacity of the crane girder plus self weight of the trolley. So we get the reaction or the maximum load transferred over A is how much? 219.42 kilonewton. So where it is A and B? Where it is A and B? So here it is A. Suppose I'll write this is as A and B. This is A and B. Means what here? The trolley is moving like this. The trolley is moving over the crane girder. So what will happen here? So the reaction because of the trolley and the self weight of the capacity of the crane, it will transfer over AB and even CD. AB and CD. So already we have divided with number of wheels. So AB. So the trolley is moving like this. So the trolley when it reaches here, so that time we will get the maximum concentration over A. So we have already calculated that and we have got it is 219.42 kilonewton. So we have got it is 219.42 kilonewton. Understood? Then next is because of crane girder, the reaction is equally divided. The reaction is equally divided. Correct na? Because because of two crane girder. So as I told you, yes here, because of the two crane girder, the whatever the load transferred by the trolley and by the crane, okay, it will be transferred over two crane girder. So that's why we have to do the total reaction divided by crane girder 1, crane girder 2, correct? So that's why 219.42 divided by 2. So we will get this much load transfer through single crane girder. Okay. Then after that we have, so therefore the total load on gantry girder due to self weight of the crane girder and crane capacity and trolley. Correct. The total load transfer over the gantry girder due to the self weight, crane capacity and trolley. 62.5, this is because of self weight and this is because of the crane girder and trolley. So the total load is how much? 172.21 kilonewton. This much load transferred through single wheel of crane girder. Understood? So next we have the next also considering impact effect impact effect of 25%, impact effect of 25%, that is as per IS 800, sorry, IS 875, as per IS 875 part 2, IS 875 part 2, page number, if you want to refer, you can refer page number 15 and 16. So what you have to consider? You have to consider the impact effect of 25%. So why you have to consider the impact effect? Because the trolley and the cranes are moving over the gantry girder. So what will happen? Because of the brakes or because of the operating of crane and trolley, there will be impact on gantry girder, because this is not a static load, this is a moving load. The trolley is moving and even the crane is moving over the gantry girder. So that's why it is not a static load, it is a moving load. So because of the moving load, because of the operation of crane or a trolley, or because of sudden applying brakes, or sudden starting of the motor, there may be impact on the gantry girder. Okay, so or there may be vibration on the gantry girder. So that's why you have to consider additional factor of safety, that is for impact effect, that is 25%. We have to consider that is 25%. Then it is mentioned in the code IS 875 part 2, page number 15 and 16. So you have to consider additional factor of safety of 25%. So that's why here it is 172.21 into 1.25. So that is considering the factor of safety. Okay, so that is we get 215.26 kilonewton. Okay, so it has changed by considering the factor of safety. Okay, so then again now factored wheel load, it will be the factor of safety 1.5 into this. Okay, so we get the total load, I call it as WV. So it is WV because it is a vertical load, WV. So it will be 322.89 kilonewton. So this is a load acting over the gantry girder by considering the factor of safety of 1.5. Okay, so this is a total vertical load. Then next you have to consider lateral load. So after vertical load, next is lateral load, lateral or horizontal. After vertical, next is lateral load. Okay, next is lateral load. Understood? So in the lateral load, okay, so this load acts transverse to girder due to sudden starting or stopping of crab, trolley acting horizontally along the crane girder, Okay, so why you have to consider the lateral load? Okay, so because of what will happen here, because of this sudden starting or stopping of trolley or crab, what will happen? This will try to push or pull the gantry girder. So what will happen here, see? So now the trolley will move like this, correct? So what will happen if you suddenly start like this? So what will happen? It will develop a lateral jerk if you suddenly start, or if the trolley is moving, if you break it, if you try to stop, if you apply brake, so what will happen? It will try to push or pull the gantry girder. So what will happen? Like this, it will try to give the lateral force. It will try to give the lateral force, or try to push, or try to pull the girder. So that time what will happen? It is called as a lateral load or a horizontal load. So that time we have to consider the extra load, which is called as lateral load. Okay. So how it is considered here? So that is, so it is acts transverse to girder. It will act transverse or the horizontal direction in the girder due to sudden starting or stopping of cab or trolley, acting horizontally along the crane girder. So acting horizontally along the crane girder. Okay. So therefore it is also called as surge load. It is also called as surge load. Is estimated, surge load is estimated as 10% of weight of trolley, 10% of weight of trolley, and crane capacity. You have to consider it is 10% of weight of trolley and crane capacity. Okay. So the crane capacity is 200 kilonewton, correct? And the weight of trolley is 40. This together it is 240. So we have to consider 10% of 240 kilonewton, correct? 10% of 240 kilonewton. So it will be 24 kilonewton. So it will be 24 kilonewton. Understood? So again this load is equally shared by four wheels, correct? Because the crane, again 2 crane means 4 wheels. The trolley is moving over the crane, means it has to transfer through the crane. So 2 cranes mean 4 wheels. So that's why again it is equally divided by 4 wheels. So therefore it is WS is equal to, I have given WS, okay, that is surge means WS, okay. So 24 divided by 4 into multiplying the factor of 50, I have multiplied here only. So we get this as 9 kilonewton. So WS is, or horizontal, WH is 9 kilonewton. Understood? So this is regarding the load considerations in the design of gantry girder. Understood? So in the next session we are going to discuss about the calculation of bending moment and shear force in the gantry girder due to the vertical load as well as horizontal load. Okay. So I'll stop here for today's session. So regarding this, if you get any queries, you can contact me. Okay. Thank you very much.